Hi, and welcome back. In today's video, we're gonna have some fun. If you watched yesterday's video, and I'll link it down below just in case you didn't, I talked about the 6 things to avoid buying as a general rule to sell on eBay. So that's what we're going to dive in today and talk about. Okay, I have 6 things to share with you, I think. Anyway, 5 or 6. And I'm going to tell you how I did. Did I break my own rules? So let's see. And welcome again. I'm Jackee Schwartz with Planet Einstein. My husband Max and I are the owners of Planet Einstein eBay store. So go visit us if you haven't done that yet. And if you find this video when you finish watching it, please give me a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe, because I'm going to have lots more for you. So let's dive in, and I have them numbered here, and I'll start with this and tell you what went wrong with this. It was this pair of Betty Boop salt and pepper shakers. They're Betty Boop's pumps, as you can see, and there's where you fill them. And one is the salt, one is the pepper. I think I have them backwards here. So, how did I do? Did I follow my rules? Yes and no. So, let's talk about why it's a yes and no. Okay, the yes was definitely because the price was right. I got them for a very, very good price. But when I checked on the sell-through rate, and how many are currently for sale competing with me, I did not do that search there on site and that research, and I definitely should have, but I have to give you a little bit of a backstory and why they tugged at my heartstrings. So this was purely an emotional buy on my part. Our very good friend, whose name was Carlos, died a couple of years ago, and he was a huge fan of anything Betty Boop. So every time I saw something for sale or somebody that had something, I always thought of Carlos, and of course immediately went, oh my gosh, Carlos would love these. He also really loved to cook, so and his wife collects salt and pepper shakers, so I may just give the whole thing to her. But as far as an investment, they sell generally for between $8 to $10 based on what I saw in the research. And that would be an okay based on what I paid for them. And I paid less than $1. So again, it was a very good purchase, but not a high sale item. So I'd give myself a below average in terms of a good buy on that one. Okay, that was number 1. Okay, number 2, and I'm not sure how I'm going to hold all of these up for you at one time. These are, and let me see if I can get the third one and not break them here, a 3-piece set of Enesco, and the label, let me see if I can find one that the label isn't covered up, kind of on that one. It has an original price from something of $6.23 on that, but that looks like a very, very old price tag. It's kind of yellowed and not in real good shape. But Enesco is a well-known brand, so it follows our rule of finding things that are known brands. Then I also looked up and found the year. Actually, the year is on the sticker. It says 1988, Enesco Imports Corporation. And I could not find any. Let me get it real close to you so you can see. It is a calico pattern that's on the body of the duck. And I think it's a duck rather than a goose. Its neck is not real long. So that was something I did not find in my research. There wasn't one exactly like it. There was one close. And actually it, let me see if I can remember. It turned out to be for sale for $19.99. And the sale price of these was also around that same range for ones that were unique, that were particularly rare, which I believe these are, since I couldn't find any others at all like it. And so I think on these, I did a pretty good job. The sell-through rate, again, on similar ducks was somewhere close to 50%. So I'll rate myself probably a better than average on these. Again, it's still not a high-priced item, but I also think for collectors it'll be a very affordable price, because I will probably price the 3 of these somewhere around the $19.99 range and do pretty well, because again, I paid okay for them. I didn't pay too much. Alrighty, this is a little Mexican, and I'm going to show it that it's signed Mexico on here, MEX, and it is a folk art hand-painted bird. It kind of looks like a pigeon to me, but again, folk art isn't always totally realistic. It really has a nice finish on it, no chips or cracks or crazing. So I paid $2.99 for it, and it looks like, let's see if I found a sell-through rate. No, I didn't do this one, but I did look it up, but I didn't write it down. It looks like this is going to be somewhere in the $20 range, and the sell-through rate was actually pretty good. So I'm going to give myself a rating of, again, better than average, but not great yet. So that was number 2. No, that was number 3. The fourth one, actually I took them upstairs to be photographed, but remember in yesterday's video we talked about swimsuits. Well, in my thrifting trip yesterday, I found 2 swimsuits, women's, large sizes. Both of them were a size 16 women's size. Both were one piece. One is a Ralph Lauren, a Ralph Lauren, and the other one is a La Blanca. So again, both really good name brands. That's important. And actually, I did do the numbers on this and had 1,402 in a La Blanca swimsuit, and I think I did the Ralph Lauren one yesterday, and we had a really good sell-through rate. There were 373 sold, so that was a 26% sell-through rate, again, which doesn't reach our goal of 50%. So that one is not as good as average, but I'm going to tell you why I picked them up anyway. Number one, they were both really nice styles. I learned a new term today doing the research for this one suit, the La Blanca. It is regular thin straps, but on the front there's like a little knot and a skirt that comes over right at the bust line, and it has hangy thing, and I didn't know what that hangy thing was called. I have since learned the hangy thing is called flyaway. So it has a full suit underneath, and then this wraparound piece that is, I guess why it's called the flyaway, because it is loose around the tight-fitting swimsuit. It is in excellent condition. It's a very pretty purple, deep purple color. So that was the contributing factor in, even though it had a low sell-through rate, I felt like it was unique enough and the style was appealing enough that it would do well. We shall find out, right? So on that one, I'll give myself an somewhere between not great and not bad. So, okay, the next one actually was my favorite find of the day. And let me move it over here, see if I can slant it so you're not getting the reflection too much in here. See? Well, I'm still getting the reflection of my screen. All right, this is Times Square. It is an original art piece signed by the artist, and I don't know if it shows up or not. Let me bring it a little closer. The light thing is showing in there. Maybe that's going to work. See where it says Broadway on there and then the fireworks going off? Those are all embellished with glitter on top of his painting, and actually even has some little rhinestones in the center of the glitter. The artist's name is Michael Storings. He also does puzzles, but his original artwork is a little more rare than the puzzles, at least based on what I could find. I only found one current listing on eBay that is listed currently for $70. It is not the same scene as mine. He does mostly things around New York, not just Broadway, but other locations and places of interest in New York. And I think it's a great find. Anytime you can find somebody that is known and can be found on the internet as an artist, then I consider it a pretty good investment. Again, I paid right for it. I did not pay too much, and I have not listed it yet, but I'm probably going to go just under that $70 price mark. There were not any solds, so I did not have a history of sell-through rate. But I'm going on gut instinct here that it's a good quality piece. I just love it. So if it doesn't sell, I will not be heartbroken to keep it, because I think it is so cool. So anyway, that was the next purchase. And the last one, I think I also took this upstairs. So I'm sorry, I wanted to show these to you. This was kind of a funny story. I thought they were just regular men's shorts. I was looking in men's, and they caught my attention by the feel of the fabric and the look of these men's shorts. And I went ahead and bought them because after doing some research, I looked up Fox men's clothing and discovered that they're a bicycling shorts, obviously for men who are cyclists. And that showed me enough in the research that I did very quickly that this was probably a good buy. So lo and behold, when I got home and got really down to the nitty-gritty with my research, I discovered that they are currently for sale in the range from $30 to $39. I paid low for them, so my cost of goods was very low, and to have a $30 to $39 price point with a 64% sell-through rate. So that is what really excited me, the 64% sell-through rate. So on that one, I give myself an excellent. So out of, what was it, 5 or 6 things, I had one excellent, one probably a fail, which was these, but again, that's okay because I love them and they remind me of my friend, and that means a lot to me. So anyway, that's how you buy and don't fail, by paying attention and doing your research right there on the spot and finding out, should I buy it or should I not buy it? Let me know if you like this kind of video, and show you the results and give you my score for how I did, and teach you along the way how you can buy carefully and avoid the mistakes of something sitting on the shelf and not selling for months and months and months. So anyway, I would appreciate your giving me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, I'm just guessing. I don't really have any way of knowing for sure. So if you like this, give me a thumbs up and definitely subscribe to my channel, because I have lots more for you. Thanks for being with me today. I really appreciate it. And see you in the next one. Bye for now.